What?
And
I think I put too many teams in C tier. Whoopsies.
It's fine. All right, so let's start with the Bills because they're always
winners
interesting.
and losers.
Yes. 1 sec. Let me actually. All right, so we're gonna start with Bills. We're just no intro. We're just gonna get right into it. So we're gonna go, I guess, AFC East, North, South, West. So we're gonna do all the AFC, then we're gonna do the NFC, and we're just gonna kind of like keep this. It's gonna be kind of a conversation. We don't have takes really too much, so yeah. So where do you guys want to place the Bills? Because in my opinion, they're around like the 21 to 30 range right now.
Like
What I'm looking at, they're not the worst. They got re-signed. They re-signed people, but I'm thinking like 16 to 20, maybe 21 to 30 area. Are we kind of agreeing on that?
Yeah, I think C tier. They didn't
So
really do
where would that be? Where would you say that is, Jack? 21 to 30, or would you say that that's 16 to 20? Josh and Jack.
For now, I'm going to put them in 21 to 30 in the high part of that because they did re-sign some people, got a couple new offensive linemen, but they did also lose some people. So they kind of just didn't change. Maybe they got a little worse by losing like Tremaine Edmonds, but overall they did an okay job adding some depth and stuff like that. Pretty uneventful, but I wouldn't consider it completely disastrous. So I'm going to put them in above average, or not above average, the 21 to 30 range.
Yeah. So Josh, would you kind of put them in the same area, 21 to 30?
probably be my ranking for them.
All right, cool. So, all right, well, yeah. Okay, so now let's go to the Dolphins. So, oh my God, what is going on? Sorry. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so Dolphins. So they got a couple guys back, and they actually signed a lot of people. I would say, if I have to put it, actually, you know what? Why am I taking this over, Jack? This is your division. What the hell am I doing?
Miami Dolphins, I'm putting them in 6 to 10. It's knocking on the door top 5. I need to double check before I can commit to it, but I really like their offseason so far. Obviously, Jalen Ramsey is the big contributor. They got Jalen Ramsey for like a bag of peanuts. Hunter Long in the third round pick, that's like nothing. They added Deshaun Elliott. They got a bunch of former Jets actually. Mike White, Dan Feeney, Braxton Berrios, Miles Gaskins comes back, Raheem Mostert comes back. So they also got some people back. Looking at losses, you lose Gesicki, that's kind of big. Let's see who else. You lost a punter, not a big deal. Yeah, I think they are. They definitely had a top 10 offseason in my eyes. Getting Jalen Ramsey kind of carries it for the most part, but they also did add some solid pieces, some solid depth for offense.
And Braxton Berrios.
Of course,
Oh yeah.
forget about All-Pro Braxton Berrios.
Don't forget.
Wait,
they
where do you
also-
see the? Wait, where do you see where they lost the stuff, Jack?
Oh, I just went to over the cap for that.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, what am I? Okay.
I think
Oh,
this
yeah.
has top
Was that-
5 potential though, but I'm not
Oh,
gonna commit
yeah,
to it
this-
until I see the other team.
Yeah, I want to put them. I'll put them probably in the same area, but we might move them up if we don't like anybody else's off season right now. But I do agree. 6 to 10 is where they're probably placed, just because Jalen Ramsey.
They're right now
No.
my number 14.
They're your 4. Okay, well,
Yeah.
the 2 votes, Josh. I'm sorry, the 2 votes, but we could move them up later in the
We could move
video.
up to 5.
I would say let's keep them in 6 to 10.
Cool.
That's a good. Actually, well, you're at 4. Jack and I are at like around 6 to 10. You want to put them in 5 for now, Jack?
Yeah, we can also bump them down if we need to.
Yeah.
What if we
All
just
right.
go by like the range that you guys said is 6 to 10, and then we'll
Okay.
rank the teams from there.
Okay, that's fine. All right. New England Patriots. Guys, they got Gasicki. Yeah.
Damn. This is a lot.
Yeah, I got them.
This is such like a mid thing, isn't it?
It's they got Juju and
Didn't
Gasicki.
they also lose Devin McCourty this year because of retirement?
Yes, I don't
And,
know if it's a record, but they
and Hightower.
and Nelson Aguilar.
Yikes.
But they did gain
They
James
did
Robinson.
get Juju and Mike Gesicki, but
Don't forget about Robinson, too.
it's so.
They just
This
added
is
a bunch
such,
of
like-
okay playmakers, pretty much.
Oh, wait, what about Jabril Peppers?
Would you say this is worse than the Bills?
I think slightly better because they brought more people in.
So you say around 21 to 30, or it's not 20, is it?
Oh, is we gonna? For now,
I'm saying-
21 to 30.
But that
Let's
could
see.
always. I could say them Bills could move up above them, maybe. Okay. Well,
Say
now,
with the sticky thing, it brings it up a little bit more than a 20 to 30, maybe like a 16 to
yeah.
20.
Now, we got the Jets. Now, and Jack, do you want to talk about what the heck you guys are trying to do?
Oh
Because
my. Where do we start with the Jets? Their offseason kind of depends on one person that hasn't been signed and traded for yet. So we're still just waiting, but I like some of the stuff they've done. I want to see more in other spots. You lost Braxton Berrios. Big shame. But I guess I'll go over the
I,
additions first. I like the Chuck Clark trades. Both of our safeties were kind of terrible, so adding a safety was good for nothing. I'll take that. Getting a punter, a new punter, Thomas Mornstead. I did not like our punter lately, Braden Mann. And then Alan Lazard was obviously just for Aaron Rodgers, so that makes sense. And McCole Hardman in exchange for Elijah Moore. That's not really an upgrade for me. I think that's a slight downgrade, but whatever they want to do. All it kind of just depends on Aaron Rodgers right now. They haven't done like a lot.
but you got a second round pick for a lot, or didn't you get a second round pick for
Oh, yeah,
Elijah
they did
Moore?
get a
Though?
second for it though, so I think that's
Uh,
decent.
You could take Zay Johnson, or not Johnson, whatever, Zay Flowers. Why did I say Johnson? Oh, I just combined Quentin Johnson and Zay Flowers together. That would be a crazy player. But yeah, you guys could probably take him in the later area, and it's the Browns, so they have a middle of
Yeah,
the
they're at
pack.
33.
Yeah, that's middle, isn't it?
Yep, that'll be middle of the second round, so it's not terrible.
Oh, you get Josh Downs. He's been lowering draft boards, and that's actually the speedster that you've been looking for finally. So yeah, I would say it's around 11 to 15 range right now.
I think obviously it could go way up or way down depending on what
Oh,
they do with
yeah.
Rodgers, but for now it's just sort of in the middle until they actually resolve that.
We could also technically move it down to 16 and 20 if we needed to, just
Yeah, it's
because
one of
the
the ones
Rocks.
that can move. It can definitely move down if needed. I don't think it's going to move up yet unless Aaron Rodgers is acquired midstream.
Oh, if he does, then you know that you're going insane.
Yeah, you guys aren't ready
We might
for
just
that.
have to end the stream because of that.
That's going to be
Yeah.
very hype.
Well,
I rank
Josh, do you kind of agree with us on
I rank them
the?
at the same place as I do the Packers, just because the Rodgers deal hasn't been done yet. I could move them up to A tier at that point if the Rodgers move was done, but right now it's a pretty mid to below average offseason for them.
All right, now we got the very, very interesting team in the Ravens.
Damn.
31 or 32. They're losing their star quarterback. The only big signing I would
31 or
say.
32. No, that's reserved for the Rams and the Raiders.
Whoa,
Or no,
they're losing. Whoa. Do you see what they did this offseason? They only have signed the biggest free agent signing or not even free agent. They re-signed Tavon Mullen
they
and
re-signed Roquan and
Nelson Aguilar is their biggest signing, and they're losing Lamar Jackson. This is one
say
of.
it's 30, not 31 or 32.
What do you mean? This is the worst. You're
I'm
losing
saying
your.
the Bucks and Rams qualify for the worst.
No, the Bucks at least kind of fixed quarterback.
They didn't do anything.
Yes, they did. They signed Baker Mayfield. But we'll get to the Bucks later. The freaking Ravens are losing so much this season. They're losing their centerpiece of their offense. I'm saying they're 31 or 32. Jack, we're debating. What is it? Because it isn't above either or, so where is it?
No, I agree. I think maybe they could sneak out of this range, but for now, from what I've seen, this is dead last. They've done. They're gonna lose Lamar Jackson, and they added Nelson Aguilar. That's it. That's really bad.
That's such an
They
like,
haven't
that's
lost
such
a
an-
lot, but it's just not losing a top 10 quarterback in the league is just automatically going to put you in major L range, and doing absolutely nothing around that as well. Geno Stone, Trayvon Moore, those are both re-signs. Justice Hill re-signed. So the only person they've signed from another team is Aguilar to a 1-year prove-it deal. So really, this is pretty quiet, but you also lose a franchise quarterback, so that definitely is going to ding you a lot of points. So for now, I think they belong in this bottom tier.
Now, if they re-sign Lamar, do you think they're probably going up to in the 21 to 30 range?
Yeah,
Or
they're still not. I'm not giving them points for this offseason because giving Lamar Nelson Aguilar is nowhere near enough what needs to happen. But you know what? It's not an absolute disaster if you somehow save the Lamar situation.
let's see what they do in the draft too, because like it's not like the offseason's still kind of not young, but like they could be moving up just because. Say if they do trade Lamar, they get Anthony Richardson. I feel like they're just replacing Lamar with another Lamar.
Similar.
Like it's like it's just let's see what they do also in the draft. But right now we're just basing off of what they've done here. They're obviously going to have a good draft.
They're going to be last.
They do well in the draft every year, so I think they'll be fine. So now we're going to talk about the Bengals, though. I like the Bengals offseason. I don't know about you guys, but I like it. I think it's like 6 to 10 range right now. For right now, we can move them up later. Because Orlando Brown I like, Irv Smith I like, Cody Ford I like. I just like a lot of pieces that they got. And their linebacker they re-signed, Jermaine Pratt. I like this a lot. So, yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? Where's their range, you think?
I think I'm putting them in the bottom of 6 to 10. I like Orlando Brown. That's a big W signing there. You get a left tackle. You've added some depth for the line. Cody Ford. You bring back Max Sharping. I like Pratt too. The Pratt deal's pretty good. And then Irv Smith is a pretty decent Hayden Hurst replacement on a 1-year deal. They're going to lose some points for losing both starting safeties, though, Von Bell and Jesse Bates, and they haven't done a lot to address it. So, they did get Nick Scott. Okay, that's something to address it. So they'll lose some
It's
points
a
for
3-year deal, too.
So they must believe in him a lot then to be this guy.
And Nick Scott, who is he again?
He's a guy.
Oh, he's the freaking free safety for the Rams? Oh, he didn't do bad last season, though. So
I know very little about him, but he's got a long-term deal, so.
well, watching him for last year was because a division rival. He wasn't that bad. I think he was one of the actual good pieces on the team. Yeah, some days he had like 7 tackle days.
So
Like
he could be a decent starter. So they'll get some points back for replacing one of the starting safeties.
yeah, so he'll be fine. It's just we just need to see how Dax Hill develops.
Yeah, it's kind of the X
For
factor
sure.
them. But I think for now, I'm putting them in 6 to 10.
Yeah, Josh, do you kind of agree with me and Jack 6 to 10 area?
Say like mid 6 to 10. But yeah,
Awesome. Browns. Whoa, this is a lot of people. Whoa, this is Juan Thornhill. What the? I didn't know the Browns had this type of an offseason. What? How'd this like go over my head?
This is actually a really good offseason.
Yeah, holy. Like would we say like 6 to 10?
Let me put them in top 5.
Ooh, top 5. I'm gonna wait off on top 5 for now, and then I'll move up people. But I feel for sure it's a strong 6 for 10 or 6 to 10, right?
I think it's with the Dolphins where it's like I want to put them in top 5 eventually, but for now I gotta check the others.
Also, like this is all about Deshaun, right? Like just making he needs to work out. If he doesn't work out, the Browns are done, right? This is an all-in push. Dang, there's so many good free agents here. Like Dalvin Tomlinson for sure is one of the.
Tomlinson, and you get Maurice Hurst, you get more D-line. That's good.
Elijah Moore they're traded for. Like this is a nice. And Juan Thornhill is actually kind of underrated.
Really good too. Replacing John Johnson with Juan Thornhill. It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I like it. Who are they losing though? Are they losing anybody like really big?
Let's see. They're losing,
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, they'll lose Kareem Hunt, but I guess Nick Chubb is their motor anyway, so they'll be alright.
Yeah, and they could always just draft a guy because this draft they could just get Jameer. Nope, they can't because the draft picks are. Oh God, what the heck are they?
Picks. That's kind of their thing. So that's
Yeah.
why they went so hard in free agency.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, I like kind of what they're doing. I think it's 6 to 10 for now. But if you want to put them one top 5, then you can. If Josh agrees with you.
yeah. Say they're not in my top 5, but say if they're encroaching on.
So 6 to 10. Okay.
They'll be.
Yeah.
So we'll put them for 6 to 10 for now. But when we get like 5 teams in here, we'll start moving people up. Steelers. Ooh. Did they just kind of get older? Like, that's what I'm kind of looking at.
This offseason.
Like, this is like, they still did stuff. Like, I like the Pat Pete signing, but it's just not for this team. I think that they're, like, in similar range.
They lose
Like,
Devin Bush. They lose Cam Sutton.
they lost another person.
Let's see who else they lost.
Have they lost the
Terrell
other Edmonds?
Yep, they lost Terrell Edmonds too.
Yeah.
This team actually
Yeah.
lost a lot, considering.
These Steelers, God, I would probably put them worse than the Bills, right? Because they even were able to
They're definitely
re-sign
in
their.
that tier. I don't know if they're in the complete disastrous tier, but
So you think like 21-30?
yeah, 'cause they
I
did
would
lose
say
a lot
more
of
of like a 25 off season, like lower tier, because they
Yeah,
just
yeah. So that'd be in the
They're gonna be
21-30
the low
range.
end of this tier then.
Good. All right. So we all have an agreement about that one because there's just some. They just got older in the corner position too. Pat P is not good, and just getting
No.
like, look at this. Like,
It's,
their linebackers are bad too. Like, they just got worse at linebacker.
yeah, I mean it's either bottom C or low D or tight
I mean,
D.
at least they re-signed one of them, which is Larry Ogunjobi. But like, that's just that. Really?
It's kind of
That's it. Such a bad offseason, and Kenny Pickett's gonna struggle. They didn't really work on their O line except for like,
They got Herbig, who's like okay, and they got
and then
Simalo.
they better do some stuff in the draft.
Yeah, they got some work to do. They definitely got some work to do.
Well, at least we get to go to the South now. So, Josh, you want to talk about your Texans? And whoa, that's a lot. What the heck has been happening with the Texans? Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah, I'm ranking the Texans as the third best offseason, including our coach signing of D'Amico Ryan. As
Oh,
you can
yeah.
see from our
Are we counting
laundry
coaching
list
signings?
of players and people who we signed, this is going to be a year where the Texans will actually be competitive. The big signing here is Larry Tunsil, but we cannot doubt about Dalton Schultz and Shaq Mason now being a Texan. So they are my third best offseason this year.
That's a little biased in my opinion, but I like what they're doing though too. Corey Littleton's an underrated signing. Shaq Mason's a good trade. Larry Tunsil getting re-signed on. Isn't it a better deal too? It's like more cap friendly or something. I
I think it
forgot.
will be the first year.
Yeah.
Okay, Dolan Schultz, Robert Woods is a nice. I just don't like your receivers at all. Robert Woods, Nico Collins, and I believe John Mechie if he's back.
That'll be
That's
addressed in the draft.
That's just that's such a scary thing. Sheldon Rankins I like too. I think Jack likes that Sheldon Rankins signing too. And Devin Singletary on a 1-year deal makes sense. So I say it's the top 1 to 5 range right now. Too. What about you, Jack?
I think I'm putting
What do you-
them in top 5. This is just
Yeah.
a lot of good moves. You get Dalton Schultz, really good playmaker, tight end. Robert Woods, that's kind of mad, but you know they needed a receiver to replace Cooks, so that's some.
Andrew Name Ward.
Tunsil extension. Shaq Mason was a great trade. He always gets traded for pennies, and he plays really well. Sheldon Rankins is a guy I really liked on the Jets, and they got $10 million. Damn. They added 2 new linebackers, Denzel Perriman, and Corey Littleton, both good players, and then Jimmy Ward in the back too. I like that as well. So overall, a lot of good moves. I think it is a top 5 offseason. It's a clear top 5 offseason.
Do you think the Texans are like gonna do it? Like they're gonna build off of this, of course. Like, but it's gonna take them a little bit to get back to the playoffs, right?
Yeah, they
Like, this is just like a-
more, but they could also
Yeah.
kill the draft. That's gonna.
Are we gonna mention free agent or not? Are we gonna mention head coaches in this?
Oh yeah, I don't know how we should handle head coaches. I guess it is.
I think D'Amico Ryan. That does bring him up a little bit too, because like
They had
that's.
a really good head coaching hire.
I mean, the teams that we just talked about didn't make any head coaching hires, but like this is the first one. But there's like a couple teams that we probably should mention their head coaching hires.
It is technically the offseason.
That is technically the offseason. I think that we should
I
probably.
think they should be included, yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, Colts. Well, just speaking of a team like that, the Colts are next. Oh, God. I know they're gonna be bad, but like, they're not addressing any of their problems, are they?
Not at all.
Like, jeez. Their quarterback next year is Gardner Minshew. Like, what do you do? Like, there's nothing I can talk about that's like really good, right?
They really didn't do much. They lose Gilmore, traded him for a 5th. They lose another corner, Brandon Faison.
Yeah, they lose Matt Ryan too, I believe. Maybe
They
even
got him.
Rocky Ya-Sin. Didn't they lose him?
I think
Or
he's
Yeah, they
going
lost him.
to. They signed Isaiah. It's just Minshew. That's their biggest move so far, and they got a real
It's
good
Minshew
kicker, Matt
Nancy.
Gay.
That's
oh, great! Yeah, that's really gonna move on. Okay, can
That's
we
kind of
almost
it.
can we agree that they're probably like I would not say there's probably one worse team out there, and I think I know for sure who's gonna be like one of the worst teams. But I would say they're in the 21-30 range. Just where like that's where I would say right
I'm putting
now.
them below the Steelers in that tier.
Yeah.
the
What
only
about
thing
you?
that helps them is the Shane Steichen hire, and even that only brings them up to like low D.
That's the reason why they're in freaking 21-30 range, just because of that head coaching hiring. I think he's a great coach. It's just he has such a bad offense this
A
year.
lot of work to do.
All right, Jags. Oof. Jags are kind of mid. They they like quietly got some good guys, like, but they're kind of mid, right?
They are.
It's just I would say like they're the first team in 16-20 range, right?
I think yeah.
Like they did better stuff than the Patriots, but like it's not like enough to like make me like excited. Or they could be or the Patriots should get moved up to where they are because the Patriots did similar things to the Jags.
Say,
Pat as an
put
England
the
guy.
Patriots above the Jags because of the Gasicki signing.
Yeah, I would. Okay, so Patriots are going to go 16-20 range now,
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
because Gasicki's better than Ingram.
Yeah, okay, that's good. And maybe Bills arguably could be where the Jags are too.
they lost Dewan Taylor on key. Okay, so they also lost. They lost their tackle. One of their tackles.
They could replace that in the draft though
That's
easily.
probably what they're gonna do though.
Yeah, there's Anton Harrison too, so they'll be fine. All right, Titans. Oh god.
Yeah, the Titans
What? Did they just forget that freaking free agency started? Like this just doesn't.
everyone besides the Texans just like, nope, we're not gonna do anything.
It's just it makes sense, and they're trying to trade Derrick Henry away, aren't they? Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their
this has to
low.
be again. This is a very low in the tiers, right? Like this has to be like 21-30, right?
It's
Because they
definitely
lost
low.
everything.
The only people they added was Andre Dillard and Sean Murphy Bunting.
Don't
Murphy
forget
Bunting's a
about,
nice signing. It's just like and
don't
Andre
forget about
Dillard's.
re-signing Nick.
Oh, you forgot Morgan Cox too.
So they added a few things.
That's a long snapper
Are
though,
we
so I don't
talking
really.
about their long snapper,
That's not
Zach?
a lot though.
Okay, but like Jack forgot to mention that. So
Wait. Isn't Aziz Al-Share the person who we keep on trading in Madden?
no, no, no.
I feel like
Did they have a better free agency than the Colts?
Damn, boy, the Colts.
ugh.
They're both highlighted by special teamers.
Yeah, but
You
I
have
think
the
the Titans are
Titans
lower
higher.
just because they're trying to trade Derrick Henry right now too, which is their offense.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them slightly lower than the Colts.
Yeah, Josh, do you kind of agree right now?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, well, that was all the teams for the what is the South? Yeah. So now we're on the West. Oh gosh. Okay. We could see another top 10 coming because this is a really nice free agency. I like Samaje Perine for the Broncos and like Marquise Callaway's on the whoa. When did this happen?
I didn't see this happen.
I love this. Wait, this is actually like a really nice signing. I like the Zach Allen one too. When did Marquise Callaway get out of freaking New Orleans?
This offseason.
No, whoa, yeah, I know that, but geez, I didn't know he was a free agent. I thought he was like a rookie, or like close to it. Ben Powers I like too, so I think that this might be a top 5, but I'm gonna put him in 6-10 with with the rest, but like a high 6-10 right now. Ooh,
I'm saying number 5.
actually no, number 5 because Sean Payton like really moves that up too. So
They're top 5.
yeah, they're top 5. I had to convince because Sean Payton's added to it, so yeah, I think top 5, right, Jack?
They definitely feel like top 5. They did a good job. They added Sean Payton, added 2 starters on the O-line, McGlinchey and Ben Powers. That's good. Zach Allen for the D-line. I love that one too. I think Samaji is actually super underrated. Samaji Perine. Jared Stidham is whatever, but I think this is a lot of good additions. They definitely boosted that O line up, so that's pretty good. And I don't see any like major hits in free agency. Let's see, Glass.
I mean, Zach Allen kind of is the major hit. It's not too
They
much,
didn't
but
lose
still.
anybody.
Oh, it's Mike McGlinchey, isn't it?
Because
The big hit.
Ben Powers, and Zach Allen are all very good signings, and they
Yeah.
had minimal losses too. So it's definitely top 5.
Would you argue saying P Ryan maybe is too? Because
yeah, P-Ryan's a pretty good addition too, especially
because
if
Will
Javonte
he's
comes
not even
back.
the lead back though because Javonte Williams is. So it's
Javonte healthy, but he'll be able to complement him. Ease
Yeah.
him in.
Yeah, but it will help Javante because now he doesn't have to have as much of a workload.
yeah, that's true. But he didn't have Melvin Gordon was supposed to do that too. So it's not like he's
Are we seriously saying that Melvin Gordon should have helped Javante's workload?
yes he should have.
I think P. Ryan's an upgrade over Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, he is because he doesn't have fumble issues and he's never fumbled. So
So
yeah.
it's the complete opposite of Melvin Gordon.
All right. Yeah, but now we get to talk about the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Jawan Taylor's a nice signing.
Oh yeah,
That's
that is.
And they're getting their guard back too, so that's good. Everything else, are they losing some pieces too? Like they're losing like
I think they lost Juju obviously. Orlando Brown.
yeah, and Orlando Brown,
Those are the
they're losing.
Nicole Hart.
But they get D Hop. Man, this is crazy. Like they go
They
up
are
to like
gonna need to
freaking.
add a receiver. They did lose 2 of those.
I think that they should be probably where the Patriots are.
Yeah, I think they're 16 to 20.
Yeah,
I'd say lower in like.
better than the Patriots or worse than the Patriots because they're better than the Jags. Right.
Yeah,
worse
I think
than
they're
the
better than the Jags.
Patriots.
Okay, worse than the Patriots? I would say that too.
They've had 2 mid signings. Well, this team had a good signing and nothing else really. Like maybe.
Yeah, I don't really like nothing like really comes out to me. They're gonna have to work out in the draft, I guess. Like, okay, what do we think about the Raiders? There's a lot of people that they signed. Jeez,
I mean, they
got worse in areas though. They traded away Derek Carr. They got Jimmy G. Is it a 1-year deal? 3 years. What the heck is
$2 million.
that? Okay. They got Josh Jacobs back, but it's on like a non-exclusive franchise tag, which is not good.
So he could leave.
Yeah. OJ Howard. That
Well, they
doesn't
lost
really.
Darren Waller and replaced him with.
They did get Hooper, though.
Howard.
Wait, why would they trade Darren Waller and then just get Austin Hooper and OJ Howard? Like this doesn't make it better. 2 tight ends don't make it better.
because everyone knows that 2 rights make a left.
Yeah, sure.
That's the old saying, right?
I think it's 2 wrongs make a right, but
No, I think it's 2 rights make a left.
no. And then their receivers, they got Cole, Dorsett, and I like the Myers deal. That's the really only one I like.
Myers is like
It's pretty good.
he's a solid.
I feel like the people that they signed are like they're going in the right direction, but they're also going in the wrong direction just because of some of the other things that they did, like trading away 2 of their stars. So I would say like they're doing stuff right, but they're not doing stuff right. So I would say like they're in like the 16 to 20 range because of that. I'm moving the Bills up. I think that if we're really talking about the Bills didn't have that bad of an offseason, right?
No, they did fine.
Yeah, like we gave them too much criticism. Did the Raiders have a better free agency than the Steelers?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
they did.
Okay, then they're in the 21 to 30 range.
Steelers got older.
Okay, so now we're gonna deal with who is it? Chargers now?
Chargers. Ooh, not anything.
Yep.
Oh,
Chargers only got really one guy, but I understand they didn't have good salary, but still, and that's Eric Kendricks. They're losing a couple pieces too, aren't they?
Losing though. Really not.
If they're not losing too much, then that's fine.
Their biggest piece they're losing is Drew Tranquil, so really not that much.
No, okay, then that's not a bad offseason.
Stayed the same. Upgraded at
21,
linebacker.
25? Or would you rank them like 16, 20 like we've done all the other teams?
I would say maybe this is weird. There's no negatives. Like they just added people. I think that maybe it's 11 to 15 with the Jets.
Yeah, I'll put them at like the low end of that tier. I think.
Yeah, because like
negatives.
they're like the most mid. They didn't add too much, but they didn't subtract. So, like they're just going into the same season next year. They didn't make any trades either, did they? No trades.
No, nothing.
And yeah, they're just mid. They're literally just mid.
Their definition of mid.
Yeah, good job. That's the first time. Okay, we gotta talk about Cowboys.
Cowboys.
They are my
Adding
seventh.
Rojo doesn't help. Brandon Cooks helps, and getting him for that value is
And
crazy.
Stephon Gilmore. I like that.
Actually, and they re-signed Liam Vander Esch. And Dante Fowler too. Ooh, I kind of like this. I think
Yeah.
Cowboys actually did maybe have. I'm gonna put them because there's still a lot of question marks. Like they released Zeke, which is fine.
But then they replaced him with Rojo.
That doesn't make me excited. They franchise tag Pollard. Pollard's fine with that, I think. Dak has a lot of question marks, and that defense I still have question marks about. But I would say maybe it's in 6 to 10, right? Or is it 11 to
7th best
15?
offseason.
I think it's definitely in 6 to 10.
Okay.
I don't know where to put. Maybe. Do we think it's better than the Bengals or Dolphins?
I think maybe Bengals, but not not Dolphins. I think Bengals is the most I would beat them, but I think the Bengals still maybe had a better offseason, but losing two safeties, Cowboys didn't lose too much though. That's the
They
thing.
didn't,
They
no.
just have minimal losses.
So I think that they are ahead of the
They're
Bengals
between
because
the
of,
Bengals and the Dolphins then.
I
They
think
are-
so.
I think it's Cowboys 7, Bengals 8 is my ranking, and Browns at 9.
Okay. Giants probably maybe even had a top 5 offseason. I don't like the only thing that makes me so annoyed is Daniel Jones, right? Is that like the thing that makes you guys annoyed too?
He is very expensive.
And their corner,
Just the
they didn't
money.
really address corner.
Did they lose?
Like, they didn't lose too much.
They'll probably do that in the draft.
Adding Derrick
Yeah.
Henry is good. They lost Nick Gates and Feliciano. Okay, that's not much at all.
Would you say
Yeah.
that they had like a top 5?
6th best offseason for me.
I would say top 5
I'll
offseason.
put them in 5.
Not cracking, but 6th best.
Are they better than the Broncos?
That's the real question.
No. The Daniel Jones signing is the reason too.
So they'll be below the Broncos. I mean, they're probably going to be at 5.
Yeah. Okay.
What the heck?
Eagles. Now they lost a lot, but they gained a lot too. Like they didn't gain, but they like re-signed a lot, which is good.
They were able.
Oh
to
dang, they got Marcus Mariota. That's pretty cool.
They re-signed Bradbury. They got Darius Slay on cheaper, right? Is it cheaper?
Slay came back for a little bit cheaper.
Terrell Edmonds they got, which is a great replacement for what was it, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson? And then they also got Justin Evans because they lost Eeps or whatever. Was it? Yeah, something else happened. And then they got back. They did lose Zamir White, which is
White, T.J. Edwards, and
and then Hargraves, right?
Yeah, all those hurt. Miles Sanders too, but you kind of replaced him.
Yeah, but they got Boston Scott is pretty
And I
nice,
think-
and
I don't
Rashad
think
Penny.
They got Rashad Penny.
If Rashad Penny's healthy, I think he's better than Miles Sanders. So
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
just me. So I think that the Eagles, I think that they're around maybe top 10, 6 to 10, right?
They also did lose their OC and DC.
Oh, that is true. Oh, that actually moves him. That does actually move him down. 11 to 15. Worst are better than the Jets.
Oh, so I'll give them slightly better than the Jets.
Slightly
Just-
better, but with the Rodgers deal, the Jets go up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They'll go up to like top 10. What the hell?
Oh yeah, they'll go up to like number 8. Number 9.
Okay. Commanders are they gotta be like where freaking the Raiders and everyone else are. Like this is just Daron Payne's nice, but he got franchise tagged. But did they really do anything else like that?
They got
Really?
Jacoby Brissett.
They didn't have any like huge losses necessarily, but I mean, they're not bringing much to the table. Jacoby Brissett for QB competition, some O line depth, some D line depth, some linebackers.
Would that like make them into a 16-20, or is it just 21 and better than the Raiders?
Do they deserve to be?
Better than Raiders, I guess.
I'll give them better than the Raiders.
Yeah, like worse than Bills, better than Raiders. I think.
Yeah, they'll be right in between those because they did lose slightly more.
Awesome. Bears. They're
Number
the
1
best
off season.
Yeah, they had the best offseason. They had the best offseason. They got the number one pick off, and they got DJ Moore out of it. They got capital for years to come. They got some nice pieces, especially in like Tremaine Edmonds. They got freaking. I like the Freeman signing too, Devontae Freeman.
Foreman.
Robert Tunyon. I didn't even know they got Robert Tunyon. Nate Davis. I like this free agency. Or not free agency.
The other one, Dante Foreman.
Dante Foreman? Oh, I said Freeman.
Yeah, not Devontae Freeman.
I thought I said Foreman. And PJ Walker is not bad, but it isn't good. But still, I think the DJ Moore and the picks are really good, though. Right? Is that the reason why we're making them the number one?
Yeah,
because they're able to.
Some good players. They got a few big splashes, and they needed to extend.
All right, cool. Now we get to talk about the Lions. I think the Lions also had a really nice offseason.
The Lions are my 10th best offseason.
I would say, oof. Damn, you're saying 10? I was thinking 5.
Well, because of the Browns and Bengals are hard to put them over.
Yeah, I guess. I would say they had a better offseason than the Cowboys.
No, the Cowboys are actually my 7th best.
Jack, where would you rank the... I would say like they're better than the Cowboys and Bengals, but not better than the Dolphins and Browns now thinking about it.
I put them in between the Cowboys and the Bengals.
Okay, that's a valid thing.
I like a lot of the same.
I like the Gardner... I like just the CJ Gardner Johnson deal a lot.
I mean, it's a great offseason for them.
And I think David Montgomery, too, is a really nice ad. And Marvin Jones, too. Like, it's just... There's a lot of depth that gets signed here. Okay, Packers is a same area as the Jets.
Oh, yeah, they're kind of
I'd say lower because they haven't really done much.
Are they lower than the Chargers? Because they lost Amos, they lost Lazard, they lost.
Yeah, they lost everything and didn't gain anything.
So they're just, dang. Would that make them lower? Like
yes.
In the 16 to 20?
Actually,
like worse.
I'll put them below. Ooh, do I put them below?
Would you put them like below the Bills?
Without getting down another tier.
No,
top signings are Justin Hollins
we
and Rudy.
We have 5 people in the. Then that would be Patriots, Chiefs, Jags, Bills, Packers.
So that would be our entire 16 to 20 tier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or do you want to just move them down to where the Commanders are?
Put them like very low. They haven't done anything.
That is true. Actually, and we're thinking, yeah, I think maybe are they worse than the Steelers? They got
Fantasyland.
They actually are worse than the Steelers, right?
This is 28 to 29 range. This is bad.
Yeah, this is like, oh yeah, I agree. I think they have better off seasons than the Titans and Colts, though, right?
I'll give them.
Well, yeah, but not much better.
And then Steelers is they had a better off season, so we're actually putting them there.
Okay, better than the Colts, but not better than the Titans. The Titans at least signed someone.
No, Colts had a really bad offseason, though.
Colts sucked, but the Titans at least...
Packers are right next to the Steelers and Colts. How about that? Is that good?
Because the Titans signed Andre Dillard, so...
Yeah, but the Titans, the reason why they're lower than the Colts is because they're trading Derrick Henry.
Oh, the Derrick Henry trade. I get that.
And that's like their entire offense. I guess you could say the same argument for the Packers.
Packers are trading away Aaron Rodgers, which is their entire offense.
I guess we can, yeah, I guess the Colts, yeah, you convinced me. But they're still, I think the Titans' loss of Derrick Henry is even bigger, though.
Yeah.
Because there's still, like, people on the offense that can still get the ball moving, like Aaron Jones.
Yeah, don't forget the Colts are also drafting quarterback first.
Dang, what the heck were the freaking Vikings doing? I like this, though. Garrett Bradbury, Marcus Stapp. Ooh, I like this. And Byron Murphy, too. Ooh. I like it.
This is a silently good offseason.
I think that this could actually silently be, like, top... Oh, we have a lot of people. Okay, we gotta move someone down, or we gotta move someone up. From... I think that this is also a 6 to 10, but who's going to go up then? Or who's going to go down?
Okay, so who do we have in 6 to 10 right now?
We have the Browns at 6. 7 is the Dolphins. 8 is the Cowboys. 9 is the Lions. 10 is the Bengals.
Ooh.
Do we move
Well-
Bengals down because of the people that they lost?
Vikings
we just
also
move
lost people though.
Wait. Can
Who?
we just move the Vikings to 11?
Wait, who do the Vikings even lose?
Thielen, Dalvin Tomlinson, Kendricks.
Oh, those are big people, but and Pat Pete,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Happy.
So
if you want to count him.
like 11, and you and I have
I would
to
say 11. Yeah, I'll be fine with
The
11.
Eagles though. Yeah, they'll be the
Yeah.
top of that tier.
but not actually getting there.
Good. I was thinking they look like from their signings they're a top 10 though, but
Yeah.
the people
what
that
they
they've
had,
lost it.
They lost a little bit more than others that were in the top
Yeah.
10.
All right, now we're on the NFC South. Oh God.
The fun division.
Honestly, no, the Falcons had a good time.
Falcons did a good
Hey,
Falcons are my second best offseason.
Whoa, chill. Whoa, what the
No.
frick?
Look at their
They got
signings.
Chris Lindstrom. I like Calais Campbell. That just happened today.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Hughes, I like. Jesse Bates, I like. Yeah, actually, you know what? I would say they're like. I would say the Falcons are. Are they better than the Broncos? No. Are they better than the Giants? Yes. I would say they have a top 4. That's where I would put them.
They'll be the
They're my
last
number
in our top 5.
Not last. Giants are last.
Second to last. We'll keep the
Yeah, second to
Giants
last.
5, 4, 3.
That's fine, right? That seems smart.
Yeah, my big
Now,
thing is that
Panthers.
Jesse Bates signing really brings them up.
Panthers are stupid, aren't they? They're really stupid. Like,
Yeah.
this is not. They got the first pick now, but dang, I probably would put the Panthers.
They lost DJ Moore, Zane Gonzalez, and Dante Foreman.
Honestly, would the Panthers just be better than the Jets or worse than the Jets? I'm thinking that range, right?
I think they are.
They're
in
better than the
15.
Jets.
I'll put them.
Because-
Are they better than the Eagles?
No.
So we'll put
Because
them in
look
between
at their
Eagles and Jets.
running back and tight end who they got.
I mean, Hayden Hurst I like, but not enough to move him into that area. I think Thielen's nice. I think DJ Chark, but the thing is, the reason why they're so low is just
They also
because
lost
of
a lot good people.
the trade that's so
Monster trade.
stupid. They lost a lot, and I think that DJ Moore is a huge loss. But I do like Von Bell, so I think that they're.
What about DJ Chark
I
things
think
too?
that they're in the middle
Maybe
of.
they think that they can combine
I think they're no. I think they're the 13th best.
I think
Exactly.
we'll put them in that tier.
Maybe they think that
Or
they can
14.
combine
Yeah,
DJ
that'd be
Chark
14.
and Thielen to make a really good receiver.
Okay, cool. So now we're going to the Saints. God. I mean, nothing really excites me with the Saints.
Ooh, Jamal Williams is pretty good.
I mean, Michael Thomas, Jamal Williams, and Derek Carley, the only people. Michael Thomas hasn't played in 3 years.
The loss.
And Jamal Williams, I like Jamal, but Derek Carr also had a pretty bad season. But I get it's with
$6 million
Josh
for
McDaniels.
Michael Thomas. Give me his contract. I'll play a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I think Saints probably...
Ugh.
They also lost a couple things, didn't they? They lost Davenport. They lost...
Dalton.
Really, Andy Dalton's really a thing of credit about? No. I think the Saints are in a similar range of Raiders and Commanders. Right?
Yeah, they're in that tier. I'm not calling their offseason a complete disaster by any means, but
No, I think it's in between Commanders and Raiders, right?
Mid to below
it's just an
average.
okay offseason. They shuffled some stuff around.
So in between the Raiders and Commanders?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, Chase. Oh God, I didn't really see this. Oh God, Bucks are bad. This is a bad offseason. Jesus.
So they lost
Would you say the Bucks had one of the, if not the worst offseason?
Sean Murphy Bunting, and they had Baker Mayfield and re-signed Levante David, Chase Edmonds. Dang.
Who'd they lose?
They lost Shaq Mason. That's a big one. Sean Murphy Bunting and Mike Edwards.
That's not bad though. I think losing
And
Brady
Tom
is
Brady.
pretty bad though.
And
So
Tom Brady. I think they're down here with the Colts, Titans, Packers.
Oh,
okay,
they are.
so where we put them in between Colts and Packers because they actually have a quarterback?
Yeah, I guess they try to do stuff.
And Levante David should bring them up a little bit too.
Yeah. So they're in between the Colts and Packers. That's good.
I don't know if I
So
put them in that tier, the Ravens tier.
Okay, there's 8 teams. So all right, Cardinals. I'm gonna say it right now. It looks good. We are probably, I would say, we had a better offseason than the Colts, the Steelers, and I think we're in between the Raiders and the Steelers. That's what I thought of this offseason.
I guess not.
We lost Byron Murphy. We lost Byron Murphy and Zach Allen and J.J. Watt.
It's going to go down, too, because of the Hopkins trade if it happens.
Oh, yeah, but I don't think we're going to trade him. That's my opinion
Depending on the haul.
But if we can get some nice pieces for it, then I'm fine. I think we move up.
But then that have to be reassessed in the draft. But
Yeah.
just losing Hopkins for right now, that would be definitely bringing you down.
Yeah, but I'm going to put them in between the Raiders and the Steelers. That seems fine. Right.
So Byron Murphy, JJ were the big defensive losses. Potentially a Hopkins trade, but they hired a head coach and they kept a lot of other key players.
And Zamir White came to the team. I don't know why we need another linebacker. I guess we're maybe moving Isaiah Simmons to safety. That'd be cool. Who knows? Actually, there's also a rumor that Isaiah Simmons could become a pass rusher.
They're going to turn him into a full-time pat. That'd be interesting.
That actually would help a lot. But yeah, we never addressed corner in these last offseason. I guess Antonio Hamilton, but that's not really. That doesn't excite me. The most he did is he got burnt twice. Right outside, he got burnt in.
Yeah, he got burnt on his feet.
On the field and off the field. Okay, Rams had the worst offseason, right?
Ramsey and Mayfield.
Losing Ramsey, they lost Stafford basically because he could retire. This is bad.
They did nothing to fix anything. Yeah, put them below the Ravens.
Yep, so they had the worst.
That is the worst offseason in the league.
All right, now Niners. Say pretty mid, all right?
Ooh, who'd they add?
I would say they lost DeMeco Ryan.
They lost DC.
They lost a DC. They lost Jim. They lost Ward. They lost Jimmy G. If you really.
Yeah, I guess that counts as a loss.
But
they lost McGlinchey too.
Yeah, I think that they're better than the Jags. Worse than the Chiefs.
Yeah, because they did get to add Javon Hargraves, is really good. They re-signed some people.
Also, do we say the Jags had a better offseason or Bills had a better offseason?
Jags
it's
versus
weird.
Bills, or when I compare to the Niners?
Jags versus Bills, because I'm now debating if Bills had a better offseason. It's kind of in between, right?
I may sneak the Niners in between the Jags and the Bills. But
I think Jags had a better offseason by a little bit.
It's close, though.
But what are we counting it on? Are we counting on if the team got better, or basically the team was already good and they just got better?
Oh, well, we're counting as did they get, better, and also did they keep the guys that made them better?
If we're calling on a talent aspect, then that would obviously be the Bills.
Because the Bills, we're just talking about their free agent signings. Did they get better? Did the Bills get better?
No.
And I would say, kinda?
Yeah, with McGovern and Damian Harris.
Okay, well then, I'm just going to keep it the same, but yeah. Alright, now we got the last team, which is the Seahawks. God.
Yeah, Seahawks.
They're not the worst team. We're gonna have to move someone.
Ooh,
and
Wagner came back, and Devin Bush.
Yeah.
Linebackers. Julian Love, another decent.
Devin Bush. The big question is if he can stay healthy.
Same with Wagner.
So they just have.
Yeah, but Wagner.
I would say they're the best thing in 21 to 30, right?
Yeah, because there are some good moves in here, but.
Yeah. Or would you say they have better season the offseason than the Bills? I don't like the Geno Smith signing. That's the only thing I don't like.
I think they're below the Bills.
Okay, that's fine. So our list, that's actually a decent list. So we say the top 3 best off seasons was the Bears, Texans, Broncos. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And then, Jack, you're in your team had the
14th.
Yeah, 14th best offseason, and I had the 25th best offseason. So I think that it's a solid list. I think, especially because some of the teams did get better. Um, Others got very much worse, like the Rams and Ravens.
Yay!
And
Of the offseason.
damn, there's even a part of me that wants to put the Ravens at the worst offseason, but at least I signed someone that I actually like, which is Aguilar.
They did, and we gotta count the Rams in this.
And the Rams they don't got picks. At least the Ravens have picks.
Their biggest signing is Hunter Long.
Yeah, well, the Ravens' biggest
a
signing is
failure.
freaking Deshaun.
I don't think did the Rams sign anybody that wasn't on the team?
No. They
There's
only
one
traded
kid-
for Hunter Long. That was it.
That was the only thing, the acquisition? Okay.
Yep.
Dang, they really just did literally nothing.
And they can't do anything in the draft either. So, like, they're dead.
They're just stuck.
And they could lose Stafford because Stafford's having that, he has that back injury.
Especially if Stafford's thing is like career ending. That's it.
Then
for them.
they literally just
don't
sitting
have
there
a
with Cooper
quarterback.
Kupp.
Hey, you guys want to check to see if SoFi Stadium will have anyone in it this
It's gonna
season?
be empty.
Oh, there won't be anybody.
It's gonna be Chargers games for two different teams.
They're both gonna have empty stadiums.
Yeah.
Do the Chargers and the Rams play each other this year? Because that stadium's not going to have a single person in it.
No, it will. It will just be that
Only
one
Raiders
fan
fans and
that's
49ers
like
fans.
from Los Angeles.
Okay,
All right, well, that does it for our list today, though, because that's I like the list that we made. That's actually, I like it a lot. Now, if imagine someone just sees this, like, and they just didn't have context on what we were doing, they would think that the Bears are the best team in the league.
Bears, Texans, Broncos, Falcons, top 4 teams in the league.
Top 5. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Bronco Country, let's ride.
And, like, they would think, like, what the heck are the freaking Chiefs doing? I'm like, they're the most mid. This would be the funniest thing ever to explain to someone. But, yeah. Well, that does it for our stream today. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike. Put in the comments if you have any other opinions, like you would say the Jets should be a top 10 team because they're going to get Aaron Rodgers, which hasn't happened yet. Or if you could say that the Jets could get Lamar Jackson, or you just want to, you can do whatever you want. Just keep it appropriate, kind of. And then if you really like our video, if you like our channel, subscribe to it. Turn post notifications on. We usually post every Wednesday. We've been pretty weird in the off season just because there hasn't been ideas about videos, but we had a cool idea this week, so yeah. So
who will win March Madness? I have the San Diego State Aztecs.
Who's in that still? Sorry.
Wait, what?
UConn.
Jack, who do you think?
So we got. No, I'm going with Zach. I'll go UConn.
God damn.
I gotta represent.
No, it's choosing from the underdog side of the bracket with Florida Atlantic and San Diego State.
I don't have a lot of faith in those two.
That is weird that we are gonna have a final with either San Diego State or Florida Atlantic University.
I don't know how that happened, actually.
Yeah.
Weirdness.
Like literally last year, wasn't it like Villanova, North Carolina, Duke, and
All the teams should expect.
yeah, like all the blue bloods, and now this year it looks like a kid just spun a wheel and went, "Yep, those are the teams."
They're all over the place this year.
Yeah. But yeah,
But I guess that is all we have for today. So I'll hit the plugs, Frontline FB, Instagram, and Twitter. You know the drill at this point. Follow up for the extra content there. And as always, we hope you enjoyed this week. Obviously, there's still more free and to go for some teams, but most of the stuff of the big stuff has happened. So stay tuned. We'll keep you posted if anything else happens. And we'll see you guys potentially next week. See you then.